This is Robert, and he sells out before he even opens. He only makes 65 pizzas a day at this one location, and they're all gone before he even opens. All he has to do is show up, make the 65 pizzas, and wait for the people to come in and pick them up and pay him his money. This is the story of Robert from Millie's Pizza in the Pan in Chicago. And 3 things you can take away from his story and what he's doing in his business and put it to practice into your pizzeria, because that's what this podcast and YouTube channel is all about, helping you build a better, smarter, more efficient, more profitable pizza shop. And that's what the story from Millie's and Robert is going to do for you today. So this is going to be a quick one because there's 3 takeaways from you. Number 1, systems in a fixed capacity pre-order model. Now, this isn't going to work for every single pizzeria, but if you are looking to get started and you're doing pop-ups or you're doing food truck and you want to get a brick and mortar model going, I've seen this work a half a dozen times over the course of a few different restaurants that are just getting started, especially ones that start with pop-ups and they have built up demand and they have a built up audience and they only make a certain amount of pizzas or they only have the capacity to make a certain amount of pizzas per day. Like Robert, sell them out before you open. It's like the catering model. People who own pizza shops love catering because they know exactly how many people they need to feed. They know exactly how much money they're going to make from it. They know exactly what their food cost is going to be before they start cooking. Most pizzerias show up, open the door, turn the lights on, people start to call in, and they take a guess. They estimate how many pizzas they're going to sell today based off of past prior experience. Not Robert. He opens the door, turns on the online ordering, and because his pizza is so good and people enjoy it so much, and he's built up demand and he has a limited amount that he can make, he sells out before he even opens the door. Everybody places their order, picks a time, prepays, so he knows exactly how many pizzas he's going to make, how much money he's going to make from that before he makes his first pizza. Now, this isn't going to work for those pizza shops that have been around since 1989 and have a bazillion things on their menu because they don't really do anything that different from the place down the street. This is only going to work for a pizza shop model or any food establishment model that does one thing or 2 things really, really well, and you are the best person at that. And that's what your goal should be. Whatever you're selling, your goal should be to be the best person selling that particular product, and then that gives you opportunity to do things like this with a fixed capacity system where you're only selling 150 pizzas a day, so to speak, that many, where you know exactly how many you're going to sell ahead of time. It's not going to work for everybody, but that's definitely a model you should look into with this from Robert. The next one is a limited menu, and I've talked about this 1,000 times on this, so I'm going to go real quick on this one. He only has 6 different pizzas. There's not 400 different pizzas you can choose from. There's not 1,000 different ways to put toppings on his pizza. You choose from the pizzas he has available, and you pick from those which one you want. There's no wings. There's no sides. There's no upselling. There's signature pies like his Only Pans pizza, which is pepperoni, pesto, chili, honey, ricotta. And it works because it simplifies his operation. He has himself and one other person working on a regular day. Now, he may have a few employees, but on a regular day making pizza, it's just himself and one other person. And the less options you give people, most operators think of it as the less options I give people, the less opportunity I'm going to have to grow sales. But the less options you have actually helps you grow sales because you get better at making that 1 to 7 things. You become known as the best person to go for those things. And then you get built up demand for those things that you do really well. All right, next thing, customer experience. There's no transaction in person. Everything is done online. A lot of people think you can't do things all online. I can't stop answering my phone. My customers will go somewhere else. Maybe, but if they go somewhere else because you don't answer the phone, your product probably isn't that great to begin with. Because if the barrier to entry to going to your business is because you answer the phone and not because they really want your product, then it's maybe time to look at how you're operating, how you're doing things, and think to yourself, am I doing things the best? Am I the best for what I actually do? And that's why Robert can get away with that. There's no phone line. There's no menu boards. There's no decision fatigue. It just works because it's fast. It's seamless. It's memorable. The friction is all front-loaded, meaning they just go online, pick their pizza, pick a time they want to pick it up, pay, and they're on their way. And it's something that you should think about. Now, it's going to be hard for people who are already operating pizza shops, and they've been doing that for a long time, to grasp the concept of what Robert is doing at Millie's Pizza in the Pan, because it's going to seem so counterintuitive to what they're actually doing in their business that they do not think it's possible. But Robert is opening up a second location. In that second location, he's going to be selling 100 to 150 pizzas using this same exact model. Now, if he can do it at 2 locations in a city like Chicago, then it's probably possible that maybe you're not going to take every single thing that he's doing, like I'm talking about in this video, and do it in your business. But how can you take the 3 different ideas of what I said and use part of that idea? How can you push more people to order online from you? How can you get people to pre-order ahead of time? How can you eliminate things from your menu so that way you are known for doing a certain amount of things exceptionally well versus a lot of things mediocrity? I don't even know if that's a word, but I made it up for this video. As I look to open up a pizza shop, I want to do pizza really, really well, make a really good pizza, be the best person or business in that area for the style of pizza that I'm going to make. And then I want to make my customers order it the way I want them to order it from the beginning. I don't want to cater to what they want. I know that sounds weird, but I want to run the business the way I want it to run. And I want my product to be so good that whatever hoops I set up, the customer is willing to do that. Now, I don't think that's going to be possible for a lot of people who are watching this video, but if 1 or 2 people can watch this video and get an idea of something that they can put into their business to make their business more efficient, more profitable, happier. By happier, I mean they go into their business and they're happier running their business. I think we need more pizza shop owners who are actually happy running their pizza shop. And if we can have that, the product will naturally get better because there'll be more smiles on people's faces. It'll be more pleasant to go in these pizza shops and the experience will be a lot better. All right, let me know what you think. If you have a question, if you need some help, hit me up. Anything that I can help you with will be in the description below this video. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and go check out our Pizzeria Insider series. We have a whole bunch of more videos coming up over there. Frank from Mamas 2 joined us on a podcast and inside of his pizza shop. And we are going to be going to Los Angeles, Orlando, Columbus, Tampa. So many great cities we're going to be visiting over the course of the next few months and bringing you all of the pizza stories from there. So go check that out, again, in the description below this video. Thank you so much. See you next time.